Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the reading for Sagittarius for the month of August 2018. Quick shuffle. The energy around your reading today, Sagittarius, is the Knight of Swords. So basically, Knight of Swords talks about expect the unexpected. So interesting. Of all the signs, Sagittarius wouldn't mind the unexpected. It just depends in what form it comes. So we're going to find out. And I'll just lay out the 10 cards for the cross and we'll get into it for Sagittarius. This is where you are right now, Sagittarius. Nine of Pentacles, so doing very well. Things doing well, but it's not a time to rest on your laurels, especially with work issues, general life issues. Nine of Pentacles is that independent, doing very well energy. Nine symbolises in numerology completion, so things coming to a completion of sorts. So therefore, and we go back to expect the unexpected. So this is quite interesting to see how it's going to turn out. Let's see how you got to be in the Nine of Pentacles, so in that great place of completion. 10 of Cups, so emotionally feeling pretty good about yourself. 10 of Cups is basically the marriage card, but these days I like to be modern about things, especially for the female and the males. But it's about our own contentment that's really important. Yes, other people can make us feel secure and all the rest of it, but as long as we ourselves feel like we're doing a good job and feel emotionally content ourselves is the most important accolade, really, in terms of emotions. So things looking really well. Let's see what's in the background, Sagittarius. Judgment. So yes, the karmic debt card. So things are really wrapping up for you in one aspect of your life. You've done really well. You're doing well. You're feeling quite good about yourself, Sagittarius. The last couple of years have been very difficult for you with the Saturn in your sign. So now this year has been a bit more of things sort of finally coming together, and whatever karmic debt that you had is being paid off. So that's good. So basically judgment, the judgment card just means everything comes to its end and everything wraps up as it should. So it's the sum total of what you've been doing. The karmic debt obviously is going to be erased. Let's see what's happened in the last couple of weeks. Two of Pentacles, so working hard, juggling well. But the question with the Two of Pentacles is a decision to be made. So yeah, doing well with things. You might have 2 jobs. You might be doing 2 different jobs, juggling them both very well, but then one is going to sort of overtake the other. So what will you do? Where will you go? A new phase is coming in, Sagittarius, so this is really good. So if you have got 2 jobs going, maybe it's time to sort of have a look at where you want to sort of really put your energy, which one. Or you might want to just see how it goes for a little while longer. But keeping in mind too, expect the unexpected with the Knight of Swords, so you might be pleasantly surprised. Let's see the lesson you've been learning or are learning. The Emperor comes in again. So, yes, sticking by the rules, discipline, or the rule book, going by the rules with the Emperor to get to where you want to be. So, yeah, He's a bit of a stickler, the Emperor, and we know that if we don't stick by the rules, we have to usually go back and do it again if it's not done correctly. He's that kind of energy. Very male, very Aries. He represents Aries, so he's aggressive about how he gets about going places and doing things, but he gets there by doing them in a certain way. So just remember that. And I guess with what you've got sitting here already, you have sort of used the Emperor to his best advantage with what you're doing at the moment. So let's go now and look into the next couple of weeks of August. So we've got the King of Cups. So he comes in the near future resonating okay. He's an interesting character as well. King of Cups often comes up. He can be a male person in your life, but he always seems to come up with, he's like, don't get stuck or don't feel yourself living in the past or always thinking, oh, I can't do that because of something. So the King of Cups often he's found to be quite wounded and sad about a past event, and he just can't seem to move on. I'm sure you all know somebody like that, or even ourselves, where we've been hurt by something and then just give up and say, I'm not going to do that anymore because it didn't work for me. Well, when the King of Cups comes into your reading, he sort of says, no, well, you need to move on past that. You need to let new life come in, new people come in. You can't just use that previous hurt as an excuse not to move past. So in terms of the karmic debt, it's like, yeah, forgive, move on. Tackle those obstacles. Don't let it be a constant in your life, always preventing you from doing things because you don't want to get hurt again, or similar sort of aspects to that kind of thing, especially in emotions and relationships. Let's see what's happening that you're not realising. Seven of Swords. Yeah, just be careful with the energy around the Seven of Swords. Is a bit of a suspicious energy. It also can sort of emote jealousy around you from others, usually in the workplace or circles of people that you are around in your life. So yeah, if you feel that kind of suspicious energy around you, take note of it. Just take note of people and what they're saying and doing. Especially with the swords, it's all about what people say. So I would just, keep it to myself, but be very aware of other people's motives as well this month for August, Sagittarius, because sometimes, there can be other things going on and we get that gut feeling, but we go, oh no, it can't be that. But often with the Seven of Swords, it's precisely that. So it just asks you to be aware of other people's motives in the situation that we're talking about for August. How others see you, Sagittarius, King of Swords. So yes, clear planning. Seeking, King of Swords is air sign, so he's all about being organised, clear planning, clear thought. He's also an expert, the person that you would go to for advice, for example, because you trust in him and you know he has the experience to help you out. But this is how other people are seeing you. So be proud of that and always make sure, especially with the Seven of Swords sitting underneath it, you give clear advice to all sorts of people around you. Don't feel like, it's not good to not be clear about what your intentions are or what advice you give to people. We always need to, going back to the Emperor here, stick by the rules in that case. Very nice card, though, for you to be seen as this person. So really employ that this month, Sagittarius. Keep everything planned and clear of thought, and you shouldn't go wrong because people are actually looking at you for advice. Positive feelings. Ten of Swords, so end of an era of quite difficult times, the Ten of Swords. So often we get this when there's been quite a bit of aggravation in your life, or things at a period of time where things just don't seem to go well. I call it the family curse card. So it's almost like something the situation has to be gone through and realised. And then once we sort of face up to the responsibility of why we're in a situation we are, we can move on and it doesn't seem as difficult as it was. So that's the Ten of Swords. It's like that black rain cloud that suddenly goes off after it's been around you for a while, and there's a bit of a relief. So just know, Sagittarius, that some months of this year have been particularly challenging for a lot of people out there. Yeah, and you didn't go unspared either, Sagittarius. So that energy is moving on. But also, as we said with the Knight of Swords, expect that unexpected. So maybe you've just thought, oh, okay, I'm used to this energy of the Ten of Swords now. And then suddenly things start to move forward for you. So you're feeling a lot more positive about the outcome. Let's have a look at the outcome of August. So we end August in the sign of Virgo, so the second half of August with the Ace of Wands. So that's the green light, that's action. It's fire, so Sagittarian is in fact a fire sign. So it's about things moving forward very quickly, new beginnings. So how nice to sort of have your positive feelings of the end of this difficult time, and then we go straight into green light territory of things really moving forward at a pace. So obviously, Sagittarius, this month you've really sort of gone down into the depths and really sort of taken responsibility for situations, doing well and pushing through life as we have to. Yeah, every now and again we do get obstacles, but it's how we deal with them. I'll just pull you an additional guidance card now, Sagittarius, for the month. And this is it. Renunciation. Give up all ideas about yourself and simply be. So there is a difference between struggling in life and loving life. The practice of renunciation or voluntarily letting go will help you end this struggle and make loving life possible. So that's really good. So happy August, Sagittarius. Thank you.